My last, I don't know why I keep doing that. This is my last recap clip, I think. I don't know exactly why I don't have any footage for this day, because I had a memory card at this point. I think it was just not a very eventful day. It was very chill. I have written in the notes that it was eventful. There were things. I just don't know why I didn't record any of it. But I have in my notes that we went to a different beach in the morning of that day, day 7. I have it written as the hidden beach. I think because it wasn't so like manicured as the one that we usually went to. But it was like instead of going down a path to get there, you kind of have to go through a bit of nature. And then it's kind of more of a wild whatever beach. And I think that's the only clip of this day that I have. And I remember that day that I was feeling gross that day. I was starting to get really homesick because I hadn't been home in a year. I was having like cramping issues and all of that, and I just wasn't feeling it in any capacity that morning. So I think everybody else went to the beach, and I just kind of stayed back in the apartment and like had my alone time and just kind of recouped. But then I think the girls eventually convinced me to come down to the hidden beach and see what it was. And I think even like Megan told me to go snorkeling because we had brought a couple of snorkels with us from we'd gotten them in New York the year before, so why not use them again? And to Megan's credit, like the snorkeling completely flipped my mood, and like I was so grumpy and everything when I went into the water, and then I just saw all these little fish just going bloop, 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 kind of. I was living my Finding Nemo fantasy basically, and so when I came out of the water like 20 minutes later, I was like, I feel a lot better, thank you. And then we went on. Apparently, we went on another supply run. There was also so between Nisaki, where we were staying, and the town where we used to get all of our groceries at like the bigger like supermarket, in between them was like this fruit and vegetable stand. So I think we went to the fruit and veg stand, or maybe like a local market close by just to get some refills of stuff. We constantly were having to buy water. I remember this because the tap water was not potable. It's usually not on islands somehow. So we kept having to get like jugs and jugs and jugs of water and bring them back. And our apartment was like up a few sets of stairs, so it was always a bit of a mish to like heave all of the jugs of water up the stairs without stopping, because then you would like lose your velocity, lose your momentum. So we did another supply run, went back and had lunch at the apartment. And then I think we just had like a basic afternoon. I think I might have taken a nap. I don't remember. Apparently we went back to the beach. I think we went back to the manicured beach this time. And I just have it written as rest. But also the day is titled England versus Croatia. I think if I show it, it's going to be backwards. But yeah, maybe not. It's titled as England versus Croatia. So we must have watched the England-Croatia game, and clearly Croatia won. So for our English travelers, it was not the happiest of moments. But I didn't write anything down about that. You know what? I know why. I know I didn't write anything down. It's because this day is the day that I made the list of all of the things that I wanted to remember and talk about later in clips. And I did that at lunchtime before the England match happened. And that's why I don't have any notes about it, because I didn't write anything about it afterwards. Clearly I didn't record it either. Oops.